Hello everyone, my name is Maximiliano and today I will talk to you about the Arctic region. Location surrounds the North Pole, includes the Arctic Ocean and parts of Canada, Greenland, Russia, Alaska, Norway, Sweden, Finland and Iceland. Climate: long dark winters, polar nights and short summers with 24 hours of daylight, midnight sun. Temperature: winter can drop below -40 degrees. Summers are cool, rarely above 10 degrees. Ice and snow. Sea ice cover much of the Arctic Ocean. Glaciers and permafrost dominate land. Two main seasons: winter, polar, dark and cold, and summer, light, milder. Do you know that in the Arctic lives so much communities of people, and they are the Nensti, the Alaska Inuits, the Greenland Inuits, and the Sami people of Lapland.
Hello, my name is Miguel and today I will talk about polar bear, the king of the Arctic. Polar bears live on Arctic sea ice and are the largest land carnivores. They have thick white fur and black skin underneath to absorb heat. Their blubber keeps them in freezing temperatures. And polar bears are excellent swimmers and can travel long distance in searching of food. And her main diet is seals. And they hunt by waiting in air, breathing in holes in the ice. But sadly, the melting sea ice make it harder to survive. Conclusion: polar bears are powerful hunters, but also vulnerable to climate change. The Arctic protecting them. Fun facts: you know that the polar bear can smell from 1 kilometer of distance the seals. And her name scientific are Urus maritimus. And they are considered marine mammals because they spend all of their lives in the sea ice, on the Arctic Ocean, depending on it for food. And thank you for your attention.
I will tell you about the clever Arctic fox. Arctic fox lives on the tundra and is famous for its seasonal camouflage. In winter, it turns its fur white to blend in snow, and in summer, it turns brown or gray to match land. It has small ears, a short nose to keep heat inside. Arctic foxes eat lemmings, birds, berries, and sometimes leftovers of polar bears. Conclusion: the Arctic fox shows us how animals adapt to survive in extreme environments. The common name is Arctic fox. His scientific name is Vulpex lagucus. His diet is omnivore, and the average of life in the wild is 3 to 6 years. My favorite part of Arctic foxes is that when polar bears hunt one seal, they be quiet, and when polar bears go out to hunt more seals, the Arctic fox go and eat the leftovers of the seal. Thank you for your attention.
My speech is about snowy owls, a silent hunter. Snowy owls live on the Arctic too. They have thick feathers to stay warm and sharp. Eyesight to spot prey even under snow. Their main food is lemmings, and they can eat thousands in a year. Snowy owls nest on the ground, which makes them unique among owls. Snowy owls are the heaviest owl species in North America. They usually weigh 4 pounds and they can live up to 10
years. Conclusion. Snowy owls are beautiful birds that remind us how small important small animals like lemon are to the Arctic food chain.
I will to talk about caribou, also known as reindeer. Caribou live in the tundra and boreal forests. They migrate hundreds for miles each year in largest herd, for males and females gray angel, which is rare among deer. Divide hopes help them walk on snow and swim across river. Indigenous people depend on them for food, clothing, and tradition. Caribou are vital for Arctic ecosystem and culture, showing deep between animals and people. You know that Rudolph and all the reindeers that Santa Claus have is female caribou.
My topic is the muskox, a survivor of the Ice Age. Muskoxen are hoofed mammals native to the Arctic. They have thick double-layered fur, called civet, which is warmer than wool. They live in herds and form protective circles against predators. Males emit a musky odor to attract females during mating season. Muskoxen got their name from this odor. Their diet includes grasses, mosses, and lichens. Muskoxen can and survive the harshest winters. The muskox is a symbol of strength and teamwork in the Arctic.
Hello, good morning. My name is Elisa Campos, and today I'm going to talk about the Arctic hare. These are the characteristics about the Arctic hare. 1. They live in freezing weather in snowy tundra rain. 2. In summer, their fur is gray-brown to match rocks and plants. In winter, it turns white to blend with snow. Number 3. And it's very, very cold, they curl up into a ball to keep warm. Number 4. They have eyes on the sides of their heads, which helps them see all the way around without turning their heads. Number 5. They sometimes form groups of millions or even dozens. Number 6. In summer, they eat berries, plants, and other things. In winter, they eat woody plants and moss. Number 7. A baby hare is called a leopard. A leopard can hop shortly after being born, and also is born with open eyes and fur. Number 8. They don't hibernate. They stay active all year long. Number 9. They are really fast to skip for predators. One fun fact is that they are the most fast hares of the Arctic, the most fast hares of the world. They are also the most large hares of North America. In conclusion, Arctic hares show how camouflage and speed help animals survive.
Hello, my speech is about the Arctic wolves. Arctic wolves live in remote northern tundra. They are pure white and they have short ears. They also have thick fur and waterproof fur to survive extreme cold. Hair color helps them to camouflage in the snow. They hunt in packs, chasing musk oxen, hares, and lemmings.
because they live far away from humans. They are threatened than other wolves. Conclusion: the Arctic wolf is a powerful predator that thrives in teamwork.
I will talk about the narwhal, the eagle of the sea. Narwhals live in Arctic waters. Males have a long tusk, which is actually a tooth that can grow up to 10 feet. The tusk helps sense changes in the water. Narwhals eat fish, squid, and shrimp. They migrate with ice and are hunted by indigenous people for food. The narwhals are mysterious worlds that remind us of the magic of the Arctic Ocean. There are female narwhals. Yes, are female narwhals. The female narwhals have a lot of difference for the male narwhals. One of the differences is the tail. The tail of the female narwhals is more little. Another difference is the tusk. The female narwhals don't have the long tusk that have the male narwhals. And a fun fact is the color. The color of the baby narwhals is blue or gray, and the adult narwhals have white and black.
My topic is about the beluga whale. The beluga whale is a small white whale that live on Arctic waters. They are very social and travel in pods. Belugas are called sea canaries because they make many sounds. They eat fish, crustaceans, and worms. A fun fact: the belugas can imitate human sounds.
Hello, my name is Rodrigo, and today I'm going to present you what is an Arctic skua. There are medium seabirds with a wingspan about 1.1 meter. Their appearance are light and dark colored forms. Adults have long-tailed swimmers. They live in Arctic tundra and coast, and they migrate to the southern hemisphere in winter. Their diet are fish, eggs, and small birds, famous for stealing food from seabirds. They are aggressive, like a parrot bird, chasers, and puffin smeater. Conservation: least concern and have a population stable. Age: do you know that Arctic skua live normally 12 to 25 years old? Fun fact: in 2021, the older Arctic skua has seen with 34 years and 7 days old. Do you know that juveniles can spend up at sea to 2 years old before returning to breed? Well done. Bye.
Hello, good morning. My name is Viviana Moria, and today I talk about the bowhead wolf. The bowhead wolf live only in the Arctic. They have the stick vulva to any wolf, up to 90 inches. They break through ice. Bowhead eat crustaceans like krill and crabs. Live over 200 years, make it one of the most skinny mammals.
Hello, my name is Alessia, and today I'm going to talk about the Greenland shark. Size: up to 6.4 meters long, over 100 kilograms. Life: they are the longest living vertebrate. They can live up to 250 up to 500 years. Diet: the Greenland shark can eat fish, squid, seals, and carrion. They are slow swimmers, form scavengers. Habitat: deep cold waters of the Arctic and North Atlantic. Fun fact: some alive today may have been born in the 15th.
Hello, my name is Fabrizio, and I'm going to talk to you about the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is one of the smallest oceans in the world, only being 40 million square kilometers, and it's also one of the shallowest oceans in the world, being only 1,000,000
2,000 meters deep. Unique features. It contains the North Pole marginal seas of Bifrost, Chukchi, Laptev, Ankara, and Barents, and is surrounded by land masses of Eurasia and North America. Ice cover. Most of it is covered by sea ice, which expands in winter and shrinks in summer. Polar bears, walruses, whales, and seals live in the Arctic Ocean. Importance. Its importance because it keeps climate change by reflecting sunlight, and melting ice is creating new shipping routes and changing animal behaviors. Thank you for your attention.
Tundra vegetation. Definition. Treeless biome found in the Arctic regions. Plants. Mosses, grasses, sedges, dwarf shrubs, and hardy flowers. Adaptation. Plants grow close to the ground to resist cold winters. They have shallow roots due permafrost and bloom quickly during the short summers. Role. Provide food for herbivores like caribou, moss oxen, and Arctic hares. What consists of low-growing cold hardy plants adapted to short-growing seasons, permafrost, and high winds, creating a largely treeless landscape.
Hello, today I am going to talk about the permafrost. What is? Permafrost is ground including ice, soil, rock, and sediment that remains frozen at or below 0 degrees Celsius at 2 consecutive years. What is the importance of the permafrost? It stores massive amounts of carbon, so they twist as much as the atmosphere. Where you can find the permafrost? You can find permafrost on Siberia, Alaska, Canada, Russia, and more coldest countries. Fun facts. Home of zombie pathogens. When a permafrost creates and you break it, you can find new things inside, like animals. They fall down to the water. Sometimes when you have a permafrost and one side is looking to the ocean and the other side is on ground, sometimes they fall down to the water. Can grow plants inside. In a permafrost inside we can find animals, but also plants and mini trees full of bacteria. Yes, with all this information we think that permafrost are incredible things, but they are dangerous because inside have a lot of bacteria. The components are sediment, ice, soil, and rocks. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, my name is Ariadna, and today I'm going to talk to you about glaciers. Definition. Large masses of ice formed from compacted snow. Greenland's ice sheet, second largest ice body in the world, covering 1.7 million square kilometers. Freshwater storage holds about 10% of Earth's freshwater. Melting impact contributes significantly to global sea level rise. If Greenland's ice sheet melted completely, sea level rise could rise by 7 meters. Scientific value. Ice cores provide records of past climates going back hundreds of thousands of years.
Hello, my name is Charles Quintero, and today I'm going to tell you about volcanoes and mountains. Definition. The volcanoes are generated by tectonic and the accumulation for magnetic materials.
Hi, my name is Isabella, and I am going to talk to you on global importance and climate regulation. Arctic ice has a high albedo, reflectivity, meaning it reflects much of the sun's energy back into space, helping to cool the planets. When ice melts, darker ocean water absorbs more heat, creating a feedback loop that accelerates warming, known as Arctic amplification.
Arctic ice also influences ocean currents and weather patterns, affecting melting and freezing that affects salinity and density, driving thermohaline circulation that distributes warming. Arctic ice is like a giant mirror for the planet. It keeps the Earth cool.
The Arctic is home to over 21 million known species, including iconic animals like polar bears, narwhals, walruses, snowy owls, and Arctic foxes. These iconic animals have unique adaptations. Thick blubber is a heavy layer of fat that helps the animals with the cold. Seasonal camouflage is when animals change their color fur to blend with the environment. Antifreeze protein in fish is like a type of molecules that stick in the ice and help the fish from freezing in sub-zero. Biodiversity supports ecosystem services such as food webs. It's a map that shows feeding relationship. Carbon absorption is when plants and oceans act like a sponge and absorb the carbon dioxide and turn it into oxygen. Climate change and resource threaten of this fragile balance.
Resources. The Arctic may contain 22% of the world's undiscovered oil and gas reserves. It also holds a large deposit of minerals like iron or nickel, copper, diamonds, phosphate, and fresh water. Greenland's ice sheets store 10% of global reserves. As the ice melts, there is more room to fish, but be careful not to take too many.